All right, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a community that's really betting big on a very specific idea of what Colorado living can be. It's a place called Heron Lakes, and it's literally built around a professional golf course. So if you've ever wondered what that actually means for the people who live there, well, this explainer is definitely for you.
You know, this one phrase really gets right to the heart of it all. This isn't just about putting up a bunch of houses. No, this is about creating a very specific, almost resort-inspired atmosphere from the ground up, right in Berthoud, Colorado.
So what's the big idea here, really? Let's take a look at the actual vision behind Heron Lakes so we can understand why it's not just another new build neighborhood popping up along the Front Range.
And let me tell you, none of this happened by accident. It's a master-planned community, which means every single detail, we're talking everything from the street layouts to the landscaping, is part of one big cohesive vision. At the absolute center of it all is the TPC Colorado golf course, surrounded by these beautiful lakes and trails. It's all designed to pull in people who aren't just buying a house, they're buying into a whole lifestyle.
Okay, so that's the grand vision. But how does an idea like that actually translate into the practical, day-to-day experience of living there? Let's get into the real details of the location, the lifestyle, and of course, the homes themselves.
Location is everything, right? And Heron Lakes sits in a really strategic spot in Berthoud, just east of I-25. It's kind of in that commuter sweet spot right between Loveland and Longmont, which makes getting to Fort Collins or even Boulder pretty easy. You get the access you need without feeling like you're stuck in the middle of all the hustle.
This phrase really just nails the vibe they're going for. The whole goal is to capture that vacation feeling, the amazing views, the quiet, the recreation, while still being plugged into the practical stuff you need for everyday life. It's a balance that a lot of people are really searching for. And here's what that balance looks like in real life. You could literally start your day with a walk on these amazing trails, enjoy water views right from your home, and then just hop on the highway to get to work. The design is all about giving you that feeling of a peaceful escape the second you get home, but without making your commute a total nightmare. So what kinds of homes are we actually talking about here? Well, the community offers a pretty diverse mix. Single-family homes make up the majority, sure, but there are also paired homes and other low-maintenance options. By bringing in a bunch of different well-known Colorado builders, they make sure there's a variety of styles and floor plans, which helps attract a wider range of people at different stages of their lives.
Now let's talk about pricing, because the philosophy here is really important to get. You're not just paying for square footage. The price tag reflects the investment in the whole community ecosystem, the golf course, the lakes, the trails, all of it. A better way to think about it is you're kind of buying a ticket to a resort, not just a house. And that naturally puts it in a more premium category.
Okay, time for the reality check. Let's talk money. This is the part every single savvy buyer really needs to wrap their head around to make a smart decision. Because living in a community with this level of amenities, well, it comes with some very specific ongoing costs.
The ongoing costs at Heron Lakes really come in two main flavors. You've got the Homeowners Association, or HOA, and then something called a Metro District, which is actually super common in new developments all across Colorado. First up, the HOA. This is pretty standard stuff for planned communities. Its main job is to protect the long-term look and feel and the value of the neighborhood by maintaining all those beautiful shared spaces like the trails, the parks, and the landscaping that make the place so attractive in the first place. And next up is the Metro District. Now, this one's a big deal. Think of it as a way to finance building an entire community from absolute scratch. It funds all that foundational infrastructure, the roads, the sewers, the utilities, and that cost, it gets paid back over time by the homeowners through an additional property tax.
This comparison is absolutely vital for understanding your total monthly housing costs. So think of it this way. Your HOA dues are for the ongoing maintenance of the community's goodies. But the Metro District taxes, that's like paying the mortgage on the community's basic infrastructure. One keeps things looking good right now. The other paid to build them in the first place.
All right, so we've covered the big vision, the day-to-day lifestyle, and the financials. Let's pull all of that together to help figure out if a community like Heron Lakes actually lines up with what you might be looking for.
So who is the ideal person for this place? The community really tends to attract a specific kind of buyer. We're talking people looking for a lifestyle upgrade, folks relocating from places where these kinds of amenity-rich communities are the norm, and of course, big-time golf and outdoor lovers. The common thread here is that they see the value, not the burden, in the structure that an HOA and a Metro District provide.
So it's pretty clear that Heron Lakes isn't just trying to be another subdivision. It's really carving out a premium niche for itself by offering a much stronger lifestyle component. The bet they're making is that the golf course and the water features will create this lasting desirability and value that you just won't find in a standard new build.
So, how do you decide if this is actually for you? Well, it seems to boil down to 3 key questions you've got to ask yourself. First, are you really comfortable with the financial setup of having both an HOA and a metro district? Second, is the lifestyle the absolute top priority for you, even more so than the lowest possible monthly payment? And third, are you looking for a community to really settle into for the long haul, not just a temporary stop?
And here's the real key takeaway. To make a truly informed choice, you have to look at the total monthly cost. Forget the sticker price for just a moment. You need to add up the mortgage, the HOA dues, and the Metro District taxes. That's your real number. And that's what's going to tell you if this community really fits your budget, not just your dreams.
And that's the ultimate question at the end of the day, isn't it? Is this incredible lifestyle worth the long-term investment? For some people, that's going to be an easy yes. For others, maybe not so much. But now you have the full picture to figure out exactly where you stand. Thanks for joining us.